Good morning. If you've been reading my blogs of late, you know that we are in a series on faith, how it grows, what it is, how it develops. I'm addressing people, like you I imagine, who either want to develop an ever-increasing faith in Jesus or who don't have faith in Jesus at the present time and would like to give it a try, an honest, sincere try. So, thanks for listening today. Most recently, we considered the first of Jesus' signs. That was when he turned water into wine at Cana in Galilee. And in this vlog, I want to introduce a consideration of the second sign that John tells us about in his gospel, the healing of the royal official's son. And why don't we begin by reading this text? It's short, John chapter 4, verse 46 through 54. Here is John's account of Jesus' second sign. Then he came again to Cana in Galilee, where he had changed the water into wine. Now there was a royal official whose son lay ill in Capernaum. When he heard that Jesus had come from Judea to Galilee, he went and begged him to come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. Then Jesus said to him, "Unless you see signs and wonders, you will not believe." The official said to him, "Sir, come down before my little boy dies." Jesus said to him, "Go, your son will live." The man believed the word that Jesus spoke to him and started on his way. As he was going down, his slaves met him and told him that his child was alive. So he asked them the hour when he began to recover. And they said to him, "Yesterday at 1 p.m, the fever left him." The father realized that this was the hour when Jesus had said to him, "Your son will live." So he himself believed, along with his whole household. Now this was the second sign that Jesus did after coming from Judea to Galilee. I want to talk in this very short video about what this sign tells us about Jesus. First of all, it tells me that Jesus had compassion on people in need. Here was a desperate father who had a very sick little boy. He comes to Jesus because he's heard that Jesus can do something about his need, and Jesus does not disappoint him. Jesus had time to help a desperate father in need. But of course, the second thing that I learn about Jesus from this sign is, again, how awesome is his power. Once again, we have an awesome display of Jesus' power. In the first sign, when he turned water into wine, he showed his power over the natural world. In this sign, he shows his power over disease. And here's what impresses me in this story regarding his power. First, did you notice the immediacy of the cure? Verses 52 and 53 in our text. The father is eager to know exactly when his son recovered. And the servants tell him it happened at a certain time. Well, was it 1 p.m? Yes. And the text tells us that the father realized that his boy was cured just exactly when Jesus told him that he would be cured. I'm impressed with the immediacy of the cure. I'm also impressed that the healing was effected across a considerable distance of both time and space. You know, Jesus was in Cana, and the sick boy was in Capernaum. Capernaum is 16 miles away from Cana, but distance is no obstacle to the power of Jesus. I'm also impressed by the fact that Jesus did not even need to be there to heal the boy. His presence was not necessary. He only had to say the word, "Go, your son will live." I'm impressed with that. And I want to say or suggest that only God can act in this way. To speak a healing word, long distance, across time and space, and heal a boy that he had not even seen. He didn't even need to be present. Only God can act that way. That's what I think. So, I'm interested to know what impresses you in this story. Let me know. We're going to come back to this text in a future post, probably in a few days. But for now, this is all I wanted to talk about. It's what this sign tells us about Jesus, his compassion and his power. I'd like to know how you respond to the sign. I think that's enough for us to chew on today. Besides, I need to get downstairs and chew on my Sooners against Baylor. I'll see you in a few days.